recently I drove back from a trip I took to Portland, and I took a back road. I started out on Westside Highway, which is kind of like just outside of Longview, Washington. And it was Westside was pretty cool. Like, it's pretty rural, and once I got out of the towns and stuff, you're out kind of in the hills, and it's fairly curvy. I kept thinking that this would be a great road really early in the morning or really late at night when there's hardly anybody out. As you can see, I got stuck behind that person in the blue car, or a couple other people that were going relatively less quick than I wanted to go. Pretty much what you'll find out here is a lot of rural landscapes, farms and ranches, small sort of unincorporated areas. It's pretty nice. Like I said, if you're out here early in the morning, you probably would have this place all to yourself, and you could probably drive in a fairly spirited manner. I kind of kept it low key. I hadn't driven this part of this area before on this road. I have driven on other parts of it, a little bit north and west of it. So I wasn't really sure about the law enforcement presence. So this was actually a really nice surprise, South Military Road. When you look on the map, it doesn't look that great, but once you get out on it, it has some nice rises, it has some nice curves, you can kind of get up to speed. You definitely need to be careful because there's driveways and stuff along here, but it was definitely a surprise, and I did recommend it to another friend, like, say, hey, if you ever get the chance, try driving South Military Road. What I didn't realize when I mapped this out is that at the end of this, it goes even farther north, and I cut left towards Winlock. Maybe next time, if I'm going south, I'll go from north to south versus south to north. Once you get out of Winlock, it's just more of the same. And I don't want to say like it's boring, it's more of the same, but it's more of that rural town view. Here I'm heading sort of northeast, where I'll hook over to Chehalis on the other side of I-5. And then from Chehalis, I'm going to head north on State Route 507, pass through Eastern Centralia, you know, whatever. Hit all these towns like Yelm and Rainier, I think I drove through, and then you kind of head west from Yelm, go by Nisqually, and then hook right back into I-5. You know, the drive, this part of it from Chehalis up to Yelm, it was good. It was a good drive, but it's a little bit too populated. Maybe it was a time of day too. The other thing is that when I noticed as I was leaving either Eastern Centralia or Chehalis was a couple of state patrol and like the stealthed out Hellcats, whatever it is they were driving, Chargers they were driving. I mean, they're like seriously mean. And I'm glad you'd probably have a larger law enforcement presence out there. It's actually kind of cool. I mean, it's a nice little alternate route. Like if you don't want to go up I-5 and to go through Olympia and stuff, because you kind of cut above Olympia once you re-enter the freeway. So you definitely give it a try.